Before the break, we discussed our top 5 NFL power rankings. We move on to discuss Ruben Amorim. He's coming at Manchester United, and he now needs to turn around Manchester United this season, or at least give Manchester United fans hope. He's come in, he's done a few training sessions here and there. We saw Marcus Rashford, Casemiro coming out with comments regarding the training, saying things like top training and things like that. For me, just seems a little cringe and a little. What is the appropriate way to say this on a podcast? I was gonna say. Actually, I can't even say that. I can't even say the thing that I was trying to give a hint on what I was trying to say. That's how bad it is. But it's a little bit kiss ass. I think I can say that. But yeah, that's a better way to put it. I think people will be able to interpret what I was thinking in my head just based on the context. But yeah, I didn't mess with it. I thought it was cringe, and I thought it was a little bit of a shot at Eric Ten Hag. Like, what was it not top training under Eric Ten Hag, Casemiro? And Ruben Amorim, number one, he has a way of playing with that back three, with heavily reliance on width from fullbacks, and needing his traditional wingers to tuck in a little bit more to be more support in the midfield. He has his ways. Now, does he come in right away and does he implement how he wants to play, the starting 11, the formation, all that? Does he go with it from the beginning, or does he slowly adapt his way in? That's the age-old dilemma for managers coming in, especially managers coming in mid-season. This is a dude coming in mid-November, and he's taking over a United team that's sitting 13th place. Now, I think what's the good thing is that United have came to the decision, or United have been able to hire him soon enough where he could still make an impact on United's race to get Champions League football next season. I still think they're, in realm. It is tight in the Premier League. They're sitting 13th place with 15 points, but the team who is on the verge of the Premier League has only four more points than them. Even despite how horrible United has been this season. So I think Ruben Amorim, he has a chance to turn things around. And number one, he needs to get the best out of players that have, that have been inconsistent or just flat out didn't show up for Eric Ten Hag. I'm talking about Marcus Rashford. I'm talking about Anthony, one of the players that, Ten Hag, he put everything. He wanted him and he got him for a ridiculous fee. It's up for the dedication and the willingness for Anthony to not fail and the motivation to not fail. Should have been able to fire him into doing much more things that he did at Liverpool. That he did at Manchester United under Eric Ten Hag. But now I believe that it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for a lot of these players to really make themselves well known to Ruben Amorim. These training sessions, this game is an opportunity for him to see certain players at certain positions that he like. I think about a lot where Thomas Tuchel came into Chelsea. It was seeing things through in the first couple of games, just trying to get a feel of the club, the atmosphere, how the players wanted to play, how the players mentally go about approaching the game and building that off the players. I think we see something similar. I don't think Ruben Amorim comes in right away and he just completely shifts everything. I don't think it's something like that. I definitely think it is it is gonna be a difference. I'm really interested to see how Manchester United, come out right away and with Ruben Amorim. And by the way, this Sunday they're going up against Ipswich. They're fighting to stay up. Portman Road, it can be a tough, difficult place to be at. This is a Ipswich Town team that's only had one win this season, yes, but playing this game at home and the desperation to stay out of the bottom three, I think it can pull them off. Ipswich Town, they've been able to pull off stuff here and there. I thought they played City pretty well till the self implosion that happened. But yeah, overall though, I think United do have an opportunity. Top four, I don't know. Maybe that's a stretch to play Champions League football in general. Who knows? Because fifth place could get in there, but it's gonna be difficult. There are teams like Newcastle, Villa, Chelsea, Tottenham. They're all gonna be vying for that exact same position, and only one team is gonna be able to get it. And what I've seen from Manchester United, Sir Alex Ferguson has left. It doesn't give me any evidence, and you're probably asking me, why am I looking so big picture? Well, I mean, United's problem has been the same then than it is now. It's been absolutely the same in both situations. So for me, the big thing there is, the big thing with Manchester United is just a culture change. It's a belief change. I think a culture change and some BS and it's the real big thing with Manchester United. Honestly, it all starts from the top, and that's the amazing part, is that it all starts from the top. How a flawed ownership group or a flawed group that's running football operations can affect all the way to the quality of the pitch. And even you see it from the quality of the stadium. The stadium rotten, not properly taking care of it. The passion from the fans against these owners group, it affects how the fans even look at the team. It's a trickling effect, and we're seeing it now as well in terms of, look, they brought in Sir Jim Ratcliffe in this new football operations. Can you say the sacking of Ten Hag was not a mess? It was an absolute mess. They're going out in the FA Cup and they're interviewing, or there's reports saying, according to sources, that they're talking to other managers. How's that even possible? How does that even get out? Why does it take you so long to do an investigation to come to the realization that Erik Ten Hag is either good or not good enough to be at Manchester United? Eventually, they came up with that they wanted to keep him and they wanted to go forward, and they even signed him an extension. Just for a few months later into the second season, they sacked him, and they sacked him justifiably. So United, as I said, right now United, if you look at it, they're sitting 13th in the Premier League, and I believe they were 14th when they sacked him. And then in the Europa League, they haven't won a game. They didn't win a game either. I mean, there was no decision to make there, but really, you make that decision in the summer like they should have. You would have had the opportunity to bring in the manager in the summer to have a full preseason and all that. And yes, Manchester United, man.